Hey, this is Big Papa Pump Scott Steyer, and you're watching WTF Podcast, hosted by Devon and his other co-host, Austin, who are self-admittedly a couple of fat asses. And everybody knows I hate fat asses, so put the Twinkies down, stop eating the potato chips, stop putting extra mayonnaise and mustard on your Whopper, and stop being a couple of fat asses. Also, Devon says Austin is an AEW mark. But it doesn't matter because you guys are still fat neckbeard asses. Fat asses. And everybody knows I hate fat asses.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the What the Fuck Podcast. Episode number... God damn it. 40.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 40 of the What the Fuck Podcast. Aren't you excited? Time to bust out the confetti. It's time to celebrate 40 episodes. Can you believe it? Well, big episode today. Austin just sent me a link.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. So, we got a big episode today. Episode number 40. We got some interesting topics. We got some sad news. We got the cancel segment. We got everything. We're bringing it to you for episode 40. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, in episode 30, we started off with my old review of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Well, for episode 40, Austin sent me something very special that he wants me to play.
Alright, wait. What's some background first?
Alright.
I say this multiple times in this clip. I am not watching this again. You will not get a live commentary. So everybody who's watching the podcast, get that through your fucking skulls.
Until we do the live commentary, though.
No. There will not be a live commentary. This is all you're fucking getting. Because I will never watch this again.
So, what Austin was talking about is he sent me his, well, should I just play it and let you explain?
Yeah, sure.
Let me click on the link.
Alrighty. What is up, my artists? I'm just gonna do my normal intro because I don't know if it's gonna be like a proper Austin artist review or not. This will be shown first on the podcast, but
Can you hear it good?
Yep.
Alright.
I finally did it. I finally faced my fear and watched Wrong Turn 2.
Oh, baby.
And safe to say, it's still as bad as I remembered. A little nauseous still. The scene that I always call back to is still as bad as I remember. It's not a good movie by any means. The only good part of it that I saw was fucking the main chick's ass was nice, but you couldn't really focus on that, could you? You couldn't really focus on that.
You sound like you hate your life so much.
Shit in that movie. So,
I kind of did.
I personally still don't like the movie, and the fact of the matter is that I looked up the director of the movie multiple couple times, and he's the person who made Mayhem. And it makes no sense to me how you can go from utter shit like this to a great movie, like 5 out of 5 movie with Mayhem. That's genuinely mind-boggling to me. But no, this is still bad. Like, it's still bad. It's not going to be any different. I don't plan on watching it again, so if you guys had any hope for a live commentary, your fucking hope is dashed, because I am not watching this again. The only reason I watched this is because my therapist told me 2 years ago that I needed to fucking, like, get through it. I won't have to, like, get through the entire movie. Like, fucking mind to be at ease, which my mind isn't really that at ease right now. It's over with, but I'm still, I still have to think about those scenes again. So, and they're more vivid than they were 2 years ago, because I watched the entire movie. So it wasn't like, oh, I watched a quarter of the movie and I turned it off. It wasn't like that. I watched the entire movie, so every scene is now vividly in my head because it's that fresh right now. So that's great. That's what I needed this week, to go to work and randomly think of fucking wrong turn 2 scenes, because that's exactly what I needed. The fucking
You were thinking about this at work.
sadistic shit that's
I have, like, because sometimes at work, yeah, you can pause it real quick.
That bad. Fucking 2 is terrible.
Damn.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I can't even. I don't know, man. Like, I have no words to describe this shit. Like, it's still gross. I still am nauseous. I'm still fucked from it. I genuinely never want to watch this film again. I don't. If this does become an actual, like, review, I don't think it's going to be edited well. It's not going to be edited well. The most you're going to get is images on the screen, because I am not seeing no more footage of this fucking film. I personally feel disgusted that I fucking...
You said I personally feel disgusted.
So I have to live with that.
Oh my god.
So, whatever you're seeing on screen, sorry, I'm alright, still just fucking not feeling well.
I wasn't feeling well. I genuinely was nauseous.
I'm not fucking editing any footage of this movie into this bullshit. Like, oh god. Like, I'm drained. This movie has drained me, and it wasn't even, like, the fact of the matter is, I say shit about, like, Endgame and Thanksgiving and shit, because those are terrible fucking movies. But if somebody put me in a room and told me to pick between watching all those movies one more time or watching Wrong Turn 2 10 times, I would pick all those movies, because I'm not fucking watching Wrong Turn 2 again, because I don't want to feel this way again.
Damn, so you choose Endgame over Wrong Turn 2?
The fact of the matter is, I still have to get through 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's 5 5 more movies I have to get through to where my mind is at ease and I finish the series. I have said this multiple times to Devin. Wrong Turn is my Saul, because his Saul is his Wrong Turn. Like that's exactly what I've told him, and we've both agreed on that, and that's why I doubt any of those series will get a live commentary. The only way those will get a live commentary is if hell freezes over.
Oh my god.
You're barely getting this. I told Devin, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna film a normal review. I'm just gonna film my thoughts, because this is all you're gonna get. This is all you're gonna get from me from this fucking film. I didn't want to watch it and just be like, oh, I watched it. I wanted there at least be something to show for it, because it's been 2 years since I've watched part of this movie, and I finally fucking watched it all the way through. Barely. Like, I had to force myself to watch these scenes, and it was fucking terrible. I need to figure out how I'm gonna eat after this, because that's always the greatest thing, you know.
Oh my god.
But,
did you eat?
Eventually, yeah.
Just not feeling it. Like, fuck this movie. I personally don't want to see it again. 0 out of 5 stars in the negatives. Like, it's not good. Like, it's not good. Like, at least with stuff like that I reviewed before, like Truth or Dare, or what
Come
the
on,
fuck
baby,
ever,
Truth
or
or
eventually I have to
Dare.
get to that in live commentaries, whatever. But I'm not doing it with this movie. I refuse to. And I think that's about all I have to say, because this movie doesn't deserve any more time from me than it's already gotten. Because I'm disgusted, I'm nauseous, and
He said, I am personally disgusted.
fucking terrible.
No, it doesn't even know outro. Jesus Christ. So how long is Wrong Turn 2? Like, runtime?
Like I think it was like an hour and 40 something minutes.
Damn. So, when are you planning on watching Wrong Turn 3? Like, getting
I
through the
don't
rest of the
know.
series?
I need a fucking break, okay? You can't, like, I can't even, man. I just can't even, man.
So, I told you, Wrong Turn 2 is like the most graphic and fucked up of all of them. Like, the rest of them are not nowhere near that bad. Like, 3 is actually pretty, not good, but it's like, I put it like around where the first one is in terms of enjoyment.
Mm.
The 4th one sucks. I don't like that one. The 5th one sucks. I don't like that one either. The 6th one's awful. 3 is the only good one you got left. Sorry to tell you.
Great.
None of the rest of, well, 6 does, but none of the rest of them besides 6 have any incest. 6 is pretty heavy on the incest, though.
Great.
Probably more so than 2.
Huh. Why? Why? Like, why?
I don't know. Ask the fucking people who made the damn movies. I don't know what their thought process was. So, are you gonna, like, when you do watch the rest of the series, are you going to do like thoughts on all of them?
I don't know, man.
You could have like a wrong turn, like thoughts, like omnibus or something.
The 2 was only fucking 9 minutes. How the fucking like?
Well,
that?
if you take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you take pretty much almost 10 minutes times 7. You got about like an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, that's true.
And if you want to throw the first movie in there too, that'll give you another 10 minutes.
I haven't seen the first movie in like a year.
Well, that was Austin's special little thing he provided for episode 40.
Yeah, fuck all of you.
Great way to start off. So, since we just listened to you talk for 10 minutes, even though it wasn't current you, do you think we should start with one of my topics?
Sure.
So, which one do I want to start with? I think I'll start with one of my stranger ones, and you can use that as a segue into the next thing, if you catch my drift. But
Okay.
So one of my topics this week is a little bit strange because basically it's about some dreams I've been having for a while, and when I texted Austin this, I'm curious what your reaction was when I said my topic this week for the podcast is Tsunami Dreams. What was your reaction when I sent you that?
I was just like, alright. I was just like, okay. That's basically just how I was. I was just like, what the fuck?
You
Alright.
didn't question anything?
I ain't questioning anything because you told me you've had dreams like that before. I was just like, okay.
So you're aware of what tsunamis are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I don't know, it's like this weird phenomenon that's going on with me. I don't really know how to explain it, but especially lately, it's not like an every single night thing, but every couple weeks I've been getting like a tsunami dream where I'm in the dream and like for some reason it always just ends up with like this giant like several 1,000-foot high wall of water like coming at me, and it's all like most of the dreams are always like a really tense like race against time to get to higher ground. And I don't know why I keep having these dreams. I don't know. Oh, Austin just sent me a link. I don't know if it has a name, but I feel comfortable enough to admit on podcasts that I have a fear of tsunamis.
I mean, I feel like everybody at least has a fear of that, like subconsciously.
Well, I'm certain people haven't had the dreams like I've had.
Well, yeah.
But like, so before I get into my dreams, let me give you a little background on my fear of it. I've never experienced a tsunami, nor do I want to. And trust me, the more I have these dreams, makes me question my decision to go on vacation this summer to where the ocean is. But, you know, every time, and it doesn't help that I watch tsunami videos before I go to sleep either. But, you know, I guess it's my own fault. But, I mean, there's been times where I haven't even watched videos or even thought about it, and I'll just randomly get one. But they're always like, each dream is always different. It's never the same one. Some of the concept is the same, like the race against time thing. But, so, my fear of it, like the most frightening thing about it to me is like, I always get this fear, especially when I'm on the beach, of like, when I'm at the beach, I just like, I can't turn my back to the water. Unless I'm in the water, like, I just have this thing where I have this fear of like where I'm afraid I turn my back on the water for 1 second and I turn around and I'm going to see this giant wave coming at me. Because when tsunamis like are coming to the beach, you can't really hear them until they get like really close. And I don't know why. It's just like just picture this, Austin. Like you're at the beach, you turn around to get something, and then you turn back around to the water, and you just see this giant, massive fucking wave coming at you. Like, wouldn't you find that terrifying?
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking scary and shit. Like,
And like, you can't do anything either because I mean, obviously, my fear is more of how they make tsunamis look in movies. I know tsunamis really aren't that big, but still, like with tsunamis, it's like fucked because you can't like outrun it either. Even if you try to run away, like it is so fast and powerful that you just like unless you get the higher ground, you can't get away from it, and you'll most likely either A, drown, or B, get fucking absolutely obliterated in the fucking current and probably get like smashed into something. But even then, like the worst of it is like with tsunamis, they're lethal little motherfuckers. Well, not little, but they're lethal motherfuckers because a lot of tsunamis, like, and this plays part into my dreams. A lot of tsunamis after the first wave, they'll have more waves, and sometimes each wave that comes is bigger than the last one. Like I seen like this video where this guy was like bringing up like just a random scenario about like what to do when you're in a tsunami, and he like told this story of this guy that was, and this is where my fear comes from, where he was standing on the beach and he saw like the water like retract because when tsunamis come, like the water like goes away from the land pretty far, and he was like picking up like seashells and shit, and then he had his back turned to the water, and when he turned around it was like this massive wave, and that just, it makes me so uncomfortable seeing that. I don't know why, because you look at it and you're like, it's just fucking water, but then I guess what makes it scary is when you really see the fucking just power and devastation that can cause.
oh yeah.
But like, so my dreams, I've had a lot. Like I said, each one is different, but let me go over the most recent ones. Those are the ones I remember the most details about. So, I guess I can start off with the most recent one that I had. This was probably like 3 or 4 nights ago. I had this one. It was whenever it was like a day or two after I initially texted you about the topic. And so from what I remember, in my dream, I was on this beach, and I guess I was just by myself. Nobody in the dream was people that I knew, and I was on this beach, and like the waves were coming in, and then we noticed like the waves were getting bigger than they should be. It was like there's like a group of people around me, and so like this really big wave hit and like kind of fucked us up, and we're like, oh well, that's not supposed to happen. Like what the fuck do we do? And then everything got calm. And we're like, oh okay, I guess that was just it. Like whatever, maybe it's just like an anomaly wave, just a random big wave. Didn't think too much of it. So then we all just kind of went back to doing what we were doing, chilling. And then, like, none of us were paying attention. We turn around, and this massive fucking tsunami is coming at us. So we had to, like, me and the group of people that were on the beach had to, like, run up this mountain that was on the beach. I don't know why there was a mountain on the beach. And we had to, like, hide behind the mountain so the wave wouldn't hit us. And then after that happened, we were like, what the fuck? And we saw, like, more waves kept coming. We were like, we have to, like, get to higher ground. And so keep in mind, we were in, like, this island. It kind of looked like like the Los Santos on GTA 5 was how the island looked. But it was kind of like New York, where there's water like surrounding the whole city. And so basically, for some reason, this is the part I was telling you about earlier. For some reason, I don't know why, amongst the group of people, for some reason, Tony Stark was in my dream. And, like, he was, like, one of the, I guess, survivors. I don't really know what to call it, but so we devised a plan of, like, the highest point in the city was, like, the bridge. There's, like, this bridge that went over the city for some reason. It looked like the Golden Gate Bridge. And so it was like a race against time to get to the bridge, and then we, like, waves were coming, and it was like a run through the city type thing. And then we got to the bridge, we went up onto the bridge, and, like, every time waves were coming, they were getting taller and taller and taller. And so we were all up on this bridge, and we were trying to figure out what to do. Like, how do we get out of this? There was, like, no helicopters or anything. No one was coming to save us, so we had to save ourselves. And so Tony Stark came up with the idea that he was going to use this Stark technology to build us, like, canoes for some reason. I don't know why it was specifically canoes.
Nano canoes, what the fuck?
But the plan was we were going to take the canoes, and when the next big wave came, we were going to ride the wave on the canoes out into the open sea to escape the tsunami. But then what happened was, from the other sides of the island, there were tsunamis coming from all sides of the island to where we were on the bridge, and there was this giant tsunami wave coming from every direction until, like, nothing was left but the bridge. Like, everything, just water everywhere, and, like, just bigger and bigger waves kept coming. It was freaking scary. And so then we climbed up to the highest point on the bridge. And this is also scary because I'm not afraid of heights per se, unless I know it's something where I could fucking fall. But, like, if there's something, like, if I'm standing on top of a bridge, obviously I'm going to be terrified of how high it is. But if it's something like, I've been atop of, like, a lighthouse before, that's pretty high, and I was fine. But anyway, so the wave that was coming was, like, the exact size of the highest point of the bridge. So when it came, we hopped on the wave and rode it out into the open ocean. And then, like, we looked behind us, and there was just nothing but water. It was just open sea. We couldn't see anything anywhere around us. And that was pretty much my dream. And I woke up. And, like, every dream I have is like that, where, like, some have dumb stuff in it, like, for no reason, Tony Stark being in it, but other ones are terrifying, to where the one I had before that, this was a couple weeks ago, I can't describe where I was. I was in, like, this city. It's always in cities too, which is weird because I don't live in a city or anywhere near a city, so I don't know why I keep, like, in my dreams I'm in the city, but I was in the city, like, in, like, a skyscraper hotel type building, and, like, some of my dreams, like, I'll be, like giant waves will be coming at me, and, like, it actually feels like the wave hits me. Like, I can feel the impact on me in my dream. Like, it feels real. And, like, I've had some dreams where, like, they're so stupid, where I'll be laying in bed and then tsunami waves just keep hitting me and, like, battering me over and over and over and over, and I can't move. And then I've had other ones, like the one I'm talking about, where, like, a wave hit and, like, fucked everything up. So then there's, like, this big giant mountain in the city, and, like, we had to go there to be safe. And then, like, this one was, like, terrifying because it was, like, dark and we couldn't see the tsunami, and, like, we had to get to the mountain. It was like me and my family. We had to get to the mountain as fast as we could, and I ended up making it, but, like, my family didn't make it. They got, like, fucked up by the wave, which was really sad.
Damn.
And then, like, I was with a group of survivors on the top of the mountain, and we just saw, like, a tsunami just taking out like every building and shit. I don't know why I keep having these dreams, but like, and that might not sound that bad, but I've had some tsunami dreams where I can't remember the details, where like I genuinely wake up and I'm like, you ever had those dreams that feel real and you wake up and you're like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
I've had
I definitely
those.
do.
Yeah, I've had those with specifically tsunamis. I don't understand why, but like, and then there's this one that I told Austin about a while ago where I had a dream about an ice tsunami, which is it is an actual thing. Those do exist, not the way it was in my dream, but so my ice tsunami dream was, for some reason, me and Austin were, for some odd reason, we were in like New York City, and we were part of like a Sidemen Sunday where like the Sidemen Sunday was like a hide and seek / escape from the ice tsunami that was taking over the city, and if you got frozen in the ice tsunami, you lose. It was really stupid. But the tsunami itself was terrifying because of the size of it. I think some of my fear of it, because I've noticed I have this, like, not just for tsunamis, but I've seen videos where, oh, these fuck me up, where, like, it'll be, like, underwater, and it'll be, like, dark, and it'll show, like, a diver swimming, and then just out of the darkness, this giant sea creature just comes out of nowhere, like, or like, just, like, giant things, like, coming at me. I don't know, and nobody better make a fucking dick joke out of that either, but, like, fucking, like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's a phobia, but I have this fear of, like, giant objects, like, coming directly at, that sounds so sus, but giant objects coming directly at me, and I can't do anything about it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I just had a lot of dreams to do with tsunamis. I don't know why. I've never experienced one. I hope I never do. But I've seen videos of, like, actual real tsunamis and what they actually tend to look like, rather than, because, you know, you have movies like The Day After Tomorrow and 2012 and Geostorm and all this shit. There was one, Deep Impact, from like the 80s. That one looked fucking terrifying. The tsunami in that one, like, obviously the movies make it look, because tsunamis don't get, like, unless it's something like the fucking meteor that took the dinosaurs out, tsunamis ain't gonna get that big. It's just not possible unless something really fucked up happens with, like, an earthquake or, like, a volcano or some shit, or, like I said, a giant fucking meteor hitting the planet. But that's not likely to happen. But I don't know. Like I said, every time I picture a tsunami in my dreams, it's always like the ones from the disaster movies, where it's like this giant fucking wave that destroys everything, and like it makes me uneasy even talking about it. It's just, I don't know why, and I don't help myself either, because I also find them fascinating. So I watch a lot of videos on it, which really doesn't help. But I've tried to watch tsunami videos because I figured maybe that would help me feel better about it. If like I said, if I watched the one that said, like, what to do in a tsunami, I thought it would make me feel better, being like, well, if I ever do encounter one, like, this is what I can do. And I watch videos like actual tsunamis, like, okay, they're not as bad as the movie ones. Like, it's really not, like, it's bad, but it's not like I'm thinking it is. But even still, like, I find myself watching just these scenes from movies of these just monster fucking walls of water, and then after I watch it, I'm like, why the fuck did I just watch that? Now I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's so, I don't know. I know there's some kind of term for it, but I guess it's like when like, it's kind of like the thing that people say about, like, train wrecks, where you see something that's like so bad that you can't look away, like you have to look at it. I guess maybe it's something like that, to where like I don't know, but that was my tsunami topic. I guess I'm not really sure how else to explain. Well, so like, what's your thoughts on tsunamis? Like, I know you probably don't have the same level of fear that I do, but like, what's your take on it?
Well, I mean, it's obviously a scary thing. Something I don't tend to think about, mainly because I don't want to fucking fear shit. Like, I barely want to fear shit anymore. I just want to live my life. So I mean, it's still a scary thought. Like every like natural disaster is always a scary thought.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So I mean, I could see why it'd be so scary and shit. You know.
You know, with tsunamis, that's one natural disaster where I mean, there could be people that do it, but I don't ever see people being completely fucking stupid. Like you know, the people that like the tornado, the fucking storm chasers, you know, those fucking idiots, where they see like a giant like F5 tornado destroying everything, and they're like, oh, let me drive my truck on the road next to it so I can film that big son bitch, is what they usually say. And
yeah, he made a whole fucking movie about that Twister.
yeah. Like it's such a stupid thing. Like, I get it, like they do it for the science of it and to like measure the storms and all that to kind of understand more about it, but still, like, you know how dumb it is to put yourself in harm's way. That'd be like if like, thankfully they have like tsunami warning like sirens and stuff now, so it doesn't just come unexpectedly. But that'd be like if there's a tsunami coming in, someone said, "Oh, well, let me go get the old fishing boat out and go on the water and try to measure the fucking wave." Like, you don't do that. But I've never seen people do that for tsunamis like they do tornadoes.
Probably 'cause
I
it's
never
more dangerous,
understood.
I guess.
Huh?
Probably because it's more dangerous, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, do you think tsunamis are more dangerous than tornadoes? Because, I mean, at least a tornado doesn't move fast enough to where you can get away from it if you're not a fucking dumbass driving your goddamn Dodge out on the countryside towards it.
I mean, you'd also got to worry about, like, when it comes to tsunamis, you'd also have to worry about, like, if there was like anything poisonous in the water when it was like if there was like a piranha in that tsunami or some shit too. You know, like, I don't fucking know.
Just one piranha.
Well, no, I'm saying like multiple
in that giant
things
wave,
like that.
just one little piranha is what
I'm just saying.
about.
I couldn't think of anything else. Okay, I'm just saying like multiple things
all
like
the
that.
dangerous things in the ocean. There's sharks, giant squids, all this shit, and you just like one little fucking piranha.
Okay, fuck off. Fuck off.
Also said, when them tsunamis come, you better watch for them gators.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
Well, thankfully fucking Sharknado isn't a real thing. That would be terrifying. You know, is there any way that could become like a reality? Like, do you think if a tornado went over like shark-infested water, that could happen?
Why are we discussing the logistics of Sharknado?
I don't know. Now I'm just scared because that could be a real thing.
No, it's not. It's not a real. That's not gonna happen. Jesus fucking Christ.
They have tornadoes on water. That's a real thing.
Yes, but I doubt sharks would survive a tornado. I really doubt it.
I don't know. There's people out in the fucking sticks that said they got sucked up by a tornado and lived. So I don't fucking know. I saw this video of this guy, this fucking country ass guy, where a tornado was literally on top of his house ripping it to shreds, and he was just sitting on his front porch and he was like, "Well, shit." Like, I'm not even joking. That's a real video. And then, like, it's just as he's sitting on the front porch, his whole, like, roof gets ripped off, and he's just like, well, shit. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I know there's also, like, what were you gonna say?
My point is it's ridiculous for a Sharknado to ever fucking happen.
Well, flaming tornadoes are a real thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but you're talking about a Sharknado, Devin. The fuck?
Okay, well, like, okay, well, what if a tornado goes over, like, a car dealership and picks up cars? Would you call that a fucking, like, carnado?
The fuck are we doing?
That's what Sharknado is. It's just a tornado that sucks up sharks and spits them out. So that I'm saying that could be a logistic thing. Like, it's not going to be a thing where they make 6 fucking movies out about it.
No, but like I'm just saying, like, why are we, of all things, we went from some tsunamis to fucking Sharknadoes.
Well, wouldn't that be terrifying if it was a real thing?
Well, yes, but I'm just saying it's probably not going to ever be a real thing.
Okay. Well, when you're fucking goddamn visiting the goddamn shark tank at SeaWorld and a tornado comes down, don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm nowhere near a fucking SeaWorld. Like...
Well, I'm just saying, like, you never know what kind of lethal combinations the weather could have. Like, what if a tornado went over like lava? Couldn't that become like a lava tornado? I don't even want to imagine that. Like, what would happen if a tornado went over a tsunami? How would that go down?
I don't know, but I think you're genuinely trying to find more fucking direct-to-DVD movie ideas at this point.
Asylum, if you're watching.
No.
Lavanado.
No.
Or fucking Tsunado. There you go. We joke, but fucking Asylum would probably actually make that.
They made celebrity sex tape. They'll make anything.
Weren't they the ones that made Tsunami? It's just like a tsunami wave of bees.
I think so.
We should watch that one day just for the fuck of it.
Oh, dear God.
But all I was trying to say is that, like, tsunamis scare me, and I've been having weird, like, dreams about it for some reason. Who knows, maybe I'll start having dreams about fucking Sharknadoes now.
Oh, great.
But, I mean, I don't know. Are there any natural disasters that you're afraid of? Like how I'm afraid of tsunamis?
Like, I mean, I guess earthquakes would be a thing, but I'm not, like, afraid of them like you are. Like, I don't dream about them, like, and shit like you do and shit. Earthquakes have always fucking terrified me.
How come? I mean, I know what they are, but, like, why do they terrify you specifically? Like, what specifically?
Because they can make the fucking ground fucking just, like, rip apart and shit. Like...
Okay. Well, so do you think about it as just, like, how earthquakes actually are, or do you think about it like you're in fucking San Andreas with The Rock, where the fucking entire city, like, splits apart with a giant fucking, like, crevice to the center of the earth?
Yeah, I always just think of the fucking San Andreas with The Rock, even though it's a really bad movie. Yeah.
Okay, well, do you think that could be logistic? Like, do you think an earthquake could ever, like, rip open that much?
Well, if it was, you know, like, it depends on how big the earthquake is or whatever.
Well, if the earthquake from that movie actually happened, I'm certain that an earthquake of that magnitude would cause the tsunamis that I'm terrified of.
Yeah, probably.
So then we're both fucked.
Yeah.
Both of our worst nightmares would come true. Well, yours would come true first, and then mine would fucking come second.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think an earthquake that big could ever happen. I did see videos saying like, if like doomsday stuff could happen if like I'm not talking about no Ronda Rousey in my fucking bunker conspiracy theories. I'm talking about like a logistic thing where they said like if the Yellowstone volcano blows up, like it could fuck the whole planet. Like
Oh
shit
yeah.
like that. But um well, I guess we could move from one strange topic to another strange topic if you catch my drift, Dawson.
Yeah, I caught your drift the first time you said. Well, Stranger Things 4. You know, I looked up the trailer because we're gonna watch the react to the trailer, right? And fucking the first actual trailer came out in 2020.
Damn.
So they've been working on this since 2019. So
Damn.
it's almost been.
Is this supposed to come out like next month?
Yes, it actually is, which we will be doing. We will be doing fucking reviews. Oh god. Because not only will this season be one part, it will be 2 parts. Why they didn't just make it into 2 seasons, I don't know, but whatever.
So, are both parts gonna have 8 episodes or 4?
I honestly don't know. I mean, with the weight, I would assume both of them would have 8.
Well, why wouldn't they just make Stranger Things 4 and then Stranger Things 5?
I don't know.
Unless you think maybe they're gonna do it like that because it's gonna be like the last season.
Well, it said it's supposed to be the last season, like,
Oh.
because the whole marketing behind it is everything begins that begins has an ending or whatever. It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, until fucking someone remakes it.
Well,
imagine like a fucking Asylum edition of Stranger Things.
Oh.
I won't even go there.
to be completely honest though, probably after Stranger Things ends, I don't think I'll have use for Netflix no more.
Yeah, same here.
Like,
Yeah,
I know
what
the
would an
only.
Asylum Stranger Things be called?
Oh my god, what are you starting, dude?
So you just call it Odd Occurrences.
God damn it.
That'd be the Asylum Stranger Things Odd Occurrences.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know they would do that too. But enough about Asylum for one day. But,
I might have to make that a t-shirt now. Odd Occurrences. God damn it.
Yeah, you know Asylum would use like the exact same font and everything too.
Oh, well, actually, before we get to the Stranger Things, like, 4 trailer, we do need to mention, we now have a merch store.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that. We're incompetent that we didn't mention that before. We have a merch store.
I forgot, to be honest.
I actually got my phone case in yesterday.
Oh, okay. Give us a little review of it. How's the quality?
The quality's actually really good. We have a Redbubble store, so I
Did
was
you get
very.
the red logo or the blue logo?
I got the red logo. We didn't do the prices here. So the prices that are on the store are not our fault. We would make it a little cheaper if we could.
Yeah.
But we can't, and that's the sad part.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd probably be better if we actually had the skills to make an actual merch store, like an actual website for ourselves. It'd be different, but no,
Yeah.
we don't have the money for that because we work like part-time jobs. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
nonetheless, this is good
it's just
enough
like a
now.
yeah, it's just like a start off thing, just to see like how it goes. It might, who knows? It might go well. It might not. I mean, you never know. I will say. I mean, I think that it's better than fucking Kyle Danger's merch store.
Yeah,
But
anything can be better than that.
motherfucker charging $37 for a fucking Kyle Danger EW fanny pack.
And I'm pretty sure he used Teespring as well. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he got to like change the prices and stuff.
Yeah.
So he legit
But
thought
like,
his fanny pack was
but
worth like
also
$37.
with ours, like, there's actually more. Well, there's more variety of like stuff to pick from. Because Kyle's, it was like, shirts, hoodies, tank tops, like maybe phone cases, fanny packs, like stuff like that. This has all kinds of shit. You can get like mugs. You can get fucking if you really wanted to fucking you can get an entire What the Fuck podcast bedspread if you really wanted it that badly.
If you really need it in your life, you can get a What the Fuck podcast shower curtain.
Yeah.
That
Didn't
is
you say
available.
There's also like shower mats and stuff.
Yeah. You can get a fucking wall clock if you wanted to. And if you're not satisfied with that, we have magnets.
Yeah. And it's the going is tough on the Redbubble store because we're in stiff competition with the Nut because they have their too.
Yeah, fucking the Nut Shack is beating us by a mile right now. And they only get like 2 sales a year.
Yeah. But yeah, so go check that out. Well, I actually probably have to put the fucking link in the description now that I think about it. Because
What the
not gonna know where
fuck?
to fucking find it.
Redbubble.com/whatthefuckpodcast.
Is that the actual URL?
I think so. I don't know. It's
Oh,
called the What the
I
Fuck
would hope.
It's called the What the Fuck Podcast on the fucking thing. So if you just go to Redbubble and type in What the Fuck Podcast, that's easily. Like I'll probably make a logo for odd occurrences and make that like a limited time thing.
Oh god.
If you really want that.
Jesus. But speaking of odd occurrences, let's get back to Stranger Things. The trailer.
Alright. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll turn mine down a little bit. At an end. Netflix.
Dear Billy, I don't know if you can even hear this. Ever since you left, everything's been total disaster. For a while,
They look so old, man.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Impossible. Located you guys far from Hawkins. Because I thought you'd be safe.
A war is coming.
Hawkins very much.
So Volume 1 on May 27th, and the other on July 7th.
So I'm
July 1st,
guessing
sorry.
that that thing at the end is gonna be like the new
Big
like
bad.
main villain,
Yeah.
and I mean it looks really good, but like fuck, they look so much older.
I
God
know,
damn.
God, Jesus. Especially, like, Lucas and fucking Mike. God damn.
Yeah. I mean, it all looks good. I'm interested. Since it's going to be a two-part thing, and it's going to be spread 2 months apart in release, I mean, I guess since it comes out in May, I mean, are we going to like start covering it as like as soon as it comes out?
I mean, I would assume we would.
Because now that we're doing like the once every 2 weeks schedule with the podcast, that would mean to get through part one would take us 8 weeks instead of 4.
Well, unless we did, like, a thing where it would be... I don't know, like, we could do, like... See, here's the thing. I don't know how long, like, these volumes are going to be. So if they're 8 episodes long,
Oh god, that is
like,
true.
we gotta think of a way to do this, because either we do, like, 2 episodes instead of 1 each time, if there's 8. I say, if there's, like, only, like, 4 or 5, we do it 1 episode at a time. But if it's 8, we're probably gonna have to do 2 episodes at a time.
Well, what would you think about like if we did like say when volume 1 comes out, what if we did like we watch all of volume 1 and do a review from each episode, and then like on a podcast episode we could have like 2 Stranger Things special episodes where like one episode would have like the first volume 1 reviews like all combined into like a omnibus type thing or something, and then like when volume 2 comes out we do like the same thing
We always do that. Like, that's fine.
instead of, because I figured maybe it'd be easier to do that instead of like, because then also if we did it like 1 episode each time or whatever, it'd also like take us a lot longer to get through it as well, and I know that we're gonna want to watch all of it faster than that, so
Yeah. We could always just watch it all at once and then do, like, a thing. But we would have to figure out a time to watch it all at once.
yeah. Because I'm guessing they're gonna stick with the same thing where each episode is gonna be like an hour long.
I assume so, and usually the finales are, like, so fucking long.
Yeah. We'll figure it out when it comes to it, I guess.
Yeah. Either way, you'll get your Stranger Things reviews. You're
Yeah,
gonna
so
get an
hour.
Yeah, we're at an hour, but it's like 2.5 hours, so that is pretty fucking long already. So
Yeah. Well, did you want to get into one of your topics now?
yeah, well, I guess we should just talk about everybody who's getting canceled these past 2 weeks, because oh shit, oh man, it's a lot. It's 3 people again.
Jesus.
Why can't it ever be like a shorter amount of people? I will say, I just looked at my weekly segments. This is the only one that's been like that has survived since the start of it, the start of the podcast. But I guess we could talk about the less severe ones first. Chris Pratt got canceled yesterday as they're recording. We're recording this on the 26th, so he got canceled on the 25th. Basically, it was revealed that he went to a church. So, apparently,
That's it. Just church.
Yeah, that automatically means that he goes to a homophobic church. Because that's what everybody believed on Twitter yesterday, and everybody was going off. Oh, Chris Pratt's homophobic. Recast Star-Lord. Recast Mario. Recast like everything was going like ballistic.
Jesus Christ, man.
And fucking. So Chris Pratt got canceled, and James Gunn went at everybody because James Gunn knows the church that he goes to or whatever, and that was a thing. And he was going fucking off. He's like, if we replace Star-Lord, we're replacing the whole cast, and I'm not even gonna be directing. Like that's how fucking pissed he was.
Damn.
So yeah, fucking Chris Pratt got canceled. Now I actually have to pull up a clip for this next one. You've heard of the guy, the YouTuber named iShowSpeed, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, a clip, somebody, fucking uploaded a clip of him, like, back playing Valorant. I'm trying to find... Okay, here's the clip. Give me a second, let me turn my sound up.
10 seconds left.
Okay, here it is.
Fuck, man, yo, dog, man. Come on, bro. Man, you gotta hit those shots, man. Shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Who's you talking to, bro? Shut your nerd ass up. Bro. I know how to play this game. Shut up, monkey. Shut up. Shut your bitch ass up. Alright? Alright? You're at the phone. Alright? Calm down. Damn, bro, shut up, bro. I know how to play this game. I'm not a noob, alright? God damn. You don't know how to play the fucking game. What? What, bitch? Bitch? Is a bitch talking to me? Is a female talking to me? Am I, no, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, wait, time out. Is a female talking to me right now? Is a fucking female talking to me? Get off the fucking game and do your husband dishes, bitch. Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck is wrong with y'all? Stop talking to me like that, nigga. Fuck is wrong with y'all, dog? I'm not one of these little lame ass Valorant nerds, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all? Now fucking shut. Spike down, mid. Oh, wait. I got the spike. Fucking nerds on my fucking team. I'm like, bitch, like, who the fuck is you talking to, bitch? Fuck is wrong with you? Go do your like last player standing.
So that was the clip.
Jesus Christ.
So, as you could tell, he really overdoes his reactions. Because that was very overdone for the sake of comedy. A lot of people didn't take it that way and called him a misogynistic piece of shit, basically. So he got canceled for that. So that was fun. You know, that was fun. And then a more severe one, more severe than that, Ezra Miller, the person who plays the Flash in the DC movies, not Grant Gustin, who plays the Flash in the TV show. That is awful. That TV show is so fucking bad. But that might be a future Austin Irish review. Who fucking knows? But has gotten arrested twice for assaulting people in Hawaii and being plaster drunk while doing it.
Jesus.
Oh, and one of the people he assaulted was a woman. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, safe to say, they're still showing trailers for the Flash movie, but they are still, still trying to figure out, after the Flash movie, what they're going to do with the Flash character right now. So, that is who got canceled the past 2 weeks. So,
Jesus.
Oh man, it was pretty bad. And I guess since I did my other segment, I should grab the cookbook because it's time for my other segment. Let me fucking grab my the goddamn cookbook. I gotta figure out some names that I didn't mention last time. I know Devin loves this segment. It's his favorite segment. Okay, so I'm gonna choose 5 things from this. Alright. There is if you're really hungry, Devin, you could have some salsa banks with your chips.
Jesus Christ.
Or you could eat some Randy Cornton.
Randy Cornton.
And don't mess with the Rock, or you'll get some jabroni macaroni salad.
Oh my god.
Oh man. There is also, if you want some dessert, you could have some Kurt Angle food cake parfait. I don't even know, man.
Jesus Christ.
And for a balanced breakfast, you could have some flat iron chic and eggs. And if you're still hungry, you could have what the fuck? Some Alistair Black bean dip.
What? That's so stupid.
Let me actually go to the fucking page of that, actually. Because now I'm curious. Hang on a minute.
Alistair Black bean dip. How did they even come up with that?
I don't know, man. Okay, Alistair Black bean dip. This is the description. The mysterious martial arts master is schooled in the ancient art of bean dip, bringing the pain by way of Indonesia, as much in the way of fury. Sambal turns black bean dip into a black mass for your face.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, man. Maybe you should have some... Maybe we should have some Alistair Black bean dip.
Jesus Christ. How did they come up with this shit?
I don't know. Let me see what the fucking Iron Chic flat iron chic and eggs is. Oh god. Jesus. You want to hear the description? This steak with spices from Iran, number 1.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Fuck, dude. Randy Corton. That's at 64. I'll look at the description for Randy Corton and then we will move on. Corn was born for greatness. That is this side dish. You know, some of these descriptions aren't that great. Like, I feel like they just wanted to put Randy Orton in this fucking book, and they just, like, Randy Cornton. Like, oh, you know what? Just an extra, since it's right by Randy Cornton. If you're really feeling really bland, you could have some Michael Coleslaw.
Alright, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's even a description. There's a description. Can we please have your attention, please? We have received a message from your face, and it says, and I quote, that it wants you to stuff this coleslaw in it. I'm gonna close this book now.
Alright, that was the cookbook segment. Never gonna happen again.
We'll be back next week for the cookbook segment. Oh, man. Well, do you want to...
What we have left for topics?
We have... Fast X.
Oh boy, it's always a good time when we bring up Fast and Furious on this podcast.
I don't think it's always a good time.
So what about Fast X?
Well, the director has pulled out of directing it, and it is now, like, they're looking for a director, so the production is halted.
At this point, just give the whole thing to fucking Vin Diesel. He's the only person that cares about it. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, and Austin looked up most of the cast. Nobody says anything about Fast and Furious except for Vin Diesel. Like, a couple of them maybe posted about it, but Vin Diesel is the only one that's passionate about it. He's the only one that cares. He sat there, I remember he posted this on Instagram a while ago, and he was sitting there, like, having this emotional breakdown, like, begging The Rock to come back and play Agent Hobbs one more time, and he would, like, post all these emotional things about Fast and Furious, about how it's one of the greatest narrative stories ever told in the history of media and shit. Like, I've never seen someone so passionate about such stupid fucking bad movies. Like, at this point, just make Vin Diesel the director. He's the one sitting here saying how it has so much creative direction and how it's going to be the best narrative conclusion to any story ever. And there's so much fucking story left to tell that there's going to be a Fast 10 and 11 because it's going to be a 2-part finale. There's so much more to tell. Just give it to Vin Diesel. No one else cares that much besides Vin Diesel. Just give it to Vin Diesel. Like what else are you going to do? Fucking, I guarantee you, fucking Vin Diesel's probably fucking tossing and turning in his sleep and waking up with night terrors and shit, knowing that the production is halted. He probably almost had a fucking stroke when he found out. Like, fuck. The man lives and breathes Fast and Furious.
He does. Jesus. Well, one more topic before our sad topic. Kyushida has been released by WWE.
Yes.
Thank fucking God. You motherfucker.
No, Austin hates Kyushida.
Because he wore fucking skinny jeans, man. Who wears fucking skinny jeans? And they put that attire in the fucking game. He wears skinny jeans in the fucking game, dude.
I bet you played with it.
No, I didn't play with it, goddammit. No. I checked, and I was pissed when I saw, because I forgot he was in the fucking game, to be completely honest, when I fucking checked. Because I was like, Wait, fucking Kushida's in the game? They better not put him in the fucking skinny jeans. Nope, they put him in the goddamn skinny jeans. By the way, Kushida is also fucking boring. So, please, I know you're gonna fucking, oh, fuck you, Austin. He's a great wrestler. He did great in New Japan. Who gives a fuck about New Japan no more? Honestly, I have not heard no one talk about Okada in about, like, 2 years. Besides Tony.
The New Japan fans after you.
But still, like, I don't care. Like, fuck goddamn Kyushida. I'm glad he's gone. I don't have to watch him on my fucking television screen no more. Not that I watched NXT 2.0 because it's honestly the only thing going for it right now is Cora Jade's ass, Andy Hartwell's ass, and Braun Breaker. So that's the only thing it's got going for it.
Well, before we get to the sad topic, we get with my last topic real quick.
Alrighty.
The
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah.
The AEW fans versus WWE fans topic. So, I mean, you know, we've talked about AEW countless times on this podcast. We talked about WWE countless times. We talked about the toxic AEW fans and the stupid, dumb WWE fans. So the other day, excuse me, I was scrolling through Twitter, and apparently they had Jeff Hardy wrestling on Dark, and this upset a lot of people, and so I would like to read this Twitter thread, so you can see where I'm coming from on this. So, this person tweeted and said, Jeff Hardy was on AEW Dark Elevation this week, and nobody has a problem with it. But, keep in mind, this is an AEW fan. Actually, no, this guy is an AEW fan. The people that commented are, sorry. He said, Jeff Hardy was on AEW Dark Elevation this week, and nobody has a problem with it. Jeff Hardy was on Main Event a couple times, and Twitter caught fire and cried. Compare the pair. So now we get into the Twitter thread of AEW fans trying to say that how much better Dark is than Main Event. This is an actual discussion that they were having. You know, it's no longer what's better, Raw or Dynamite. What's better, WWE, AEW? No, now it's what's better, Dark Elevation or Main Event. How low is this going to go? Are we going to start comparing fucking AEW heels to NXT Level Up? Like, how low is this going to go? Are we going to start comparing Dark to NXT UK? Like, what? Like, the fuck? But, so this AEW fan decides to tweet in response, the answer is Jeff Hardy being on Dark elevates that show. Jeff Hardy being on Main Event just diminished him. It's how AEW and WWE treat those shows. One matters to the franchise and the other doesn't. So someone responded and said, it diminished him. Have you seen the videos of him wrestling on Main Event? He literally won all the matches he appeared on, and he was so over with the crowd. Main Event, sometimes the crowd isn't full, but whenever he shows up, you can see that it's packed. Which is true, because I saw some of his matches on Main Event where he wrestled Ali, he wrestled Cedric Alexander, he was wrestling all these people, and he was having actual really good matches with them, and the crowd was really into it. Now, I'm not trying to defend Main Event, because Main Event fucking sucks, but, like, there's no reason to sit here and try to act like Dark is far superior to Main Event. Do you know how fucking boring Dark is? When they post Dark, it's like 15 matches, mostly featuring nobodies that are never going to be featured on Dynamite, and just extras that, because AEW has so many fucking people signed, they don't have anywhere else to put them. And besides that, it'll be like maybe a jobber match or two of people you actually know. It's so fucking boring. Anyway, so this person said, another AEW fan, for me personally, it comes down to the fact that Dark and Dark Elevation are represented as something that matters because it affects the records that ends up affecting whether or not someone is getting a title match. I might not care to watch. See, you just contradicted your own opinion. You said that Dark and Dark Elevation are something that matters, but then you proceeded to say, I might not care to watch. Well, then it doesn't matter if you don't care to watch. You just completely destroyed your own point by saying that. He said, I might not care to watch, but at least they're trying. WWE doesn't try with main event. When you watch it, you feel like they're telling you it doesn't matter. It's just matches for the sake of having matches. So why should I care? That's my point. At least AEW's trying. I will give them that with the win-loss record thing. That's the only thing they're trying with. But I've watched Dark. I've watched Dark Elevation. The matches are so fucking boring. They put on matches just to have matches. They put on matches with people that are there for one match and they're never in AEW again. So tell me why that matters, AEW fan.
Oh, man.
Why are all these random 8-man tag team matches on Dark? Why does that matter? Anyway. This person says, we're getting towards the end here, Jeff has been on TV every week since he showed up. Also, AEW books top talent, top quotations, I put the quotations, not him, on Dark and Elevation all the time to get them actions to boost their record. This is not a new development, and it's not the same thing at all being booked on main event. And then someone replied and said, at least being on main event means you're on TV. But I don't agree with that point either because, yeah, sometimes they put bigger stars on there. But like I said, when you watch Dark, it's just mostly nobodies and people that they don't book because they have too many people. And you can say the same thing about WWE. They have nobodies on main event. Sure, that's true. I'm not defending main event. I'm just saying it's not fair to say that Dark and Elevation are so much better than main event when it's just AEW's main event. That's all you got to say is it's just AEW's main event. But the AEW fans they have to sit here and compare everything and try to make it that everything AEW does is better than WWE. That's what pissed me off about this whole thing. You really got to reach and try to compare Dark to main event just to try to justify AEW being better than WWE. It's fucking stupid. I would never understand them trying to make the comparisons like that. It's only for the fact of them trying to get one over on the WWE fans by saying this is better. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't care about Dark or main event, but, if you're really that passionate about Dark, good for you. Go watch 15 matches featuring nobody that you fucking care about or people that you forgot they had employed. Go ahead. Okay, so, hold on. I think I got one more screenshot here. So, this person said, the difference is that he's also been on Dynamite and Rampage, whereas when he was doing main event, he was basically never on Raw until the time he was in the 24/7 title mob, which people were also mad about, and that backlash, and only that backlash got him back on TV. And then this guy replied, completely discrediting that guy's opinion. He said, well, he was on Raw every week before and after main event, so that guy's whole opinion was just proven wrong. Jesus. And then this person says, to me, Dark and Elevation matter. That's the difference. WWE hasn't given a damn about main event since the first episode they made 9 years ago. Main event is literally a show for mostly jobbers. Fans are only at main event because they're waiting for Raw to start. Really? Really? This is what we're saying now. I'm sorry, but correct me if I'm wrong. They tape AEW Dynamite, Rampage, Dark, and Dark Elevation all in one night. I've seen pictures and videos from the crowd. My friends have been at AEW in the crowd when they do Dark and Dark Elevation. And so to sit there and say that people just wait for Raw to start people wait for Raw to start. Excuse me, I would rather watch main event and wait for Raw to start than watch Dynamite and then have to fucking sit there and watch Rampage, Dark, and Elevation afterwards because they tape it after Dynamite. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man. AEW fans have such stupid fucking opinions. It pisses me off. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to piss people off with it. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Because they know shit like that gets WWE fans pissed off. But what's your thoughts on them trying to compare main event to Dark and saying that Dark is far superior to main event?
I mean, they're both shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and main event has people like Jinder Mahal. But then you gotta think of it this way. Dark has people like Jack Evans.
You know, I will give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna look on YouTube right now. AEW Dark. Let's see who was on the most recent episode of Dark.
Oh,
4 hours ago, okay. 4 hours ago, 6 matches headlined by the Hardys and Top Flight, plus Penta, Anna Jay, The Bunny, and more. Okay, let's look at Dark Elevation, episode 60 from yesterday. 8 matches featuring Penta, Suzuki, Soho, Caster, Nyla Rose, Statlander, and more. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but those, to me, besides, I don't know. I mean, I guess Penta, maybe. Like, none of those guys seem like big stars to me. Let's keep looking here. Let's keep looking. Let's look at. Okay, I don't know why I can't find Dark from 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, let's look at Dark from a month ago. 6 matches featuring Ruby Soho, Jay Lethal, Kazarian, The Dark Order, Nyla Rose, and more. So, the Dark is where they had Jay Lethal for a while. Is where they mostly feature people that they just don't bother to put on TV anymore because they have too many fucking people. But, you know... and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to defend I'm not trying to defend main event because main event is awful as well. But all I'm saying is that you're sitting here saying that they're booking all this major talent on Dark and it's supposed to elevate the show and people care. Do you know how many AEW fans don't actually care about Dark? Austin, Tony doesn't give a shit about Dark. Tony, one of the biggest AEW fans that I know, he does not give a fuck about Dark or Dark Elevation. Yeah, he watches them sometimes, but I remember he literally told me he does not give a shit about Dark. So, like, I just don't understand the comparison. It's like WWE and it's like WWE took a shit, and then AEW took a shit, and then the fans are trying to compare which shit smells better. Like it's so stupid. They're both shit. Like that's what I don't understand in this whole argument. That's what pissed me off. But enough about this because you know how we can go on about wrestling topics. So let's get to the last topic of today.
Well, beloved actor Gilbert Godfrey has passed away. Which...
lost another person, man.
Yeah.
So sad.
It really
like, we
sucks.
keep losing people. Like, we lost Bob Saget. We lost Betty White. We're losing all these like people, man. Now Gilbert Godfrey, like who's gonna be next, man? Like fuck.
I don't honestly know, and I don't want to know.
Like it's dope that they got to have Gilbert Gottfried on AVGN before he died.
Yeah,
That was a pretty cool cameo thing he did.
You were
But,
so
I mean,
close to
like,
getting a cameo from Gilbert Godfrey for the intro, too.
yeah. Like, I've seen cameos he does for people. He's a really funny guy.
Yeah.
Like, people always did impressions of his voice and shit. Like, I might not have watched a lot of content about Gilbert Godfrey, or I might not have seen him in a lot of stuff, but I've seen enough of him to know that this guy's definitely like a comedy legend.
Yeah.
And it sucks that now he's passed away. Do you know how old he was?
I think he was only like in his, I think, late 50s or early 60s.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, like the only thing that makes it worse is when people die young, where there's like they got so much more of their life to live and they just die. It's just
Yeah.
it makes it even more sad. Like I know Bob Saget wasn't that old either. Like
No.
it's just I mean Betty White was almost 100, but like fucking Bob Saget was like around that same age as Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Like people just dying too young, man. Especially happens with wrestlers. Like they die way too young.
Oh yeah.
It's
New
just
Jack
really
only
sad.
passed that. New Jack passed in his 50s as well.
Yeah. And it really makes you look at people like, Triple H that had his whole cardiac event and, Undertaker with all his problems that he's had and like shit like that. And you're like, man, like any of these guys realistically could go at any time. It's like, fuck. Like you never know when someone's life is just going to end.
Yeah.
And it really sucks, but rest in peace to Gilbert Godfrey, man.
Rest in peace.
Another legend gone. Hopefully we don't lose anybody else this year.
Hopefully.
The amount of people we lost in 2021 and 2020 is far more than it should have been.
Yeah.
Well, obviously this episode's dedicated to Gilbert Gottfried. Rest in peace, and condolences go out to his family and friends and everybody that knew him and met him and all that. But I think that's going to do it for the podcast this week, unless we had anything else.
No, I don't think we did.
All right, well, thank you everyone for watching episode 40 of the What the Fuck podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks for episode 41. I do want to ask before we end this, how are you feeling about the new schedule so far? Does it feel weird to you? Because it feels weird to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird to me.
Like I feel like maybe I have like another 3 or 4 episodes. Maybe we'll be used to it by then. I think it's just we're still used to the every single week thing.
Oh yeah.
But thank God this podcast isn't going to be 3.5 hours like the last one. Jesus Christ, that was a motherfucker to edit. But
Yeah.
Before this gets any longer, let's fucking end this. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the podcast. Like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 41. And not really sure what we're going to talk about then, but I'm sure some interesting stuff will happen in the next 2 weeks, and we'll be back to talk about that. Actually, now that I think about it, that should be 2 Fridays from now. I'm pretty sure that's going to be... Isn't that after WrestleMania Backlash happens?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to that.
Let me Google search it real quick. WrestleMania Backlash 2022. WrestleMania Backlash is May 8th.
Okay.
So, today is the 27th. Fuck. Let me see. I don't fucking know when it's gonna be. I'm. Let me look on my calendar so that way we can tell. May 8th is a Sunday. Okay, I'm trying to. Can I sort it by month? Okay, there we go. So this Friday is the 29th. Next, and then the Friday next Friday is gonna be the 6th. So yeah, so when we do the next podcast episode, that'll be like the week after WrestleMania Backlash happens. So maybe we could talk about WrestleMania Backlash. But yeah. With that being said, thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.
Peace.
And rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried.
Rest in peace.